Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your girl MJ, or get coily with MJ. If you're a new subscriber, hi girl, guy. If you're an old subscriber, welcome back. So let's jump right into the video. We're going to talk about goals, length retention, and the 6 steps or 6 things you need to do or 6 things you need to avoid. Let's jump right into it. When it comes to goals or setting goals for your hair, I feel like for me, when I was setting goals for my hair, I set really unrealistic goals, which made it really hard because I thought my hair wasn't growing when it was growing, but it's because of the goals I set. Within a year, it takes about, in 1 month, it takes half an inch of your hair to grow. And before I even go further, let's just get with this misconception that goes around. Product doesn't make your hair grow. Hair grows naturally, but then hair product makes your hair grow naturally, yes, but on a healthier side. It's like how a child can't eat, but will they stop growing? No, they will just be deficient. They'll have illnesses and sicknesses. Same story. Putting product helps your hair be naturally healthy and stable. But generally, hair grows on its own. So back to what I was saying, within a month or within a year, you can only retain 6 inches of your hair back. And that's if you do all the proper and right steps to length retention. So for me, like I said, I put out very unrealistic goals. I was out here telling myself we're finna be here by the end of 2 months, and that's because I didn't know about the rate at which hair grows and other things that you need to put into it for it to grow properly, meaning healthier and not just grow anyhow in, the cycle. So then that's about goals. Please set realistic goals. Don't go about setting things that you know are not gonna happen. Like, don't hurt yourself that way. Setting the goals also helps with retention. Retention is, for example, when you do, let's say, braids in it for 2 months, you're expecting a certain level of growth to come in, right? Because you've protected your hair for 2 months, you haven't combed it, you haven't manipulated it, you haven't done anything. Which brings me to the steps that you need to do, steps that you need to know as a natural girl to help with length retention. So the first one is always pre-poo before you wash your hair. What's pre-poo? What's a pre-poo? Who's a pre-poo? Why pre-poo? So a pre-poo by definition is just adding moisture to your hair before you strip it. So when your hair is in braids, right? I'm using braids because it's the most used protective style, I think, around. When you put in your braids, right, just obviously you're scalping it, you're putting your oils within it, but your hair is dry, especially when you undo your hair. It's pretty dry, bristle. You can't dive right in with the shampoo on already dry hair. So the pre-poo is adding moisture to your dry hair so that even when you come and use that shampoo or shampoo soap or anything like that on your hair, it's not rough on the edges and rough on the ends because you've put in moisture, so something is going to stay back. I know it sounds funny because, like, putting moisture on dirty hair, this is what you're talking about, but it's better that way because then you are not completely stripping your hair of any moisture, hence not leaving it in a very bristle and dry state. The next thing that I think you should do also is always deep condition your hair. Deep conditioning your hair is very important because after you shampooed, Again, you need to add moisture to your hair. In short, the key here, moisture, moisture, moisture. Your hair is at its worst when it's dry because it's prone to breakage and all these other bad things that can lead to your hair cutting and it not growing, meaning you are not retaining length at all. You're actually losing length, hence not reaching your targeted goal. So always deep condition your hair. Find a really good deep conditioner that you know is working for your hair. Sis, you can't tell me you don't know when your hair is moisturized and it's dry. That's wrong. Don't. You need to know when your hair is moisturized and when it's dry. Get the best deep conditioner. Always pre-poo before washing. You thank me later. And then the third one is always do low manipulation styles. Low manipulation styles are styles that are simple and don't involve so much of you being up in your hair. And then again, needs to look cute so that you can keep it for a long period of time. I do a lot of slick buns, twist outs, braid outs also, and also just tying my hair and just like forgetting about it for the whole week. I just keep on brushing the top part, not really combing it out. That lessens how much hair you are losing within a week. So low manipulation styles, you can check those up. Low manipulation styles are very important. Apart from low manipulation styles, I just want to say one thing. The fourth thing here is embrace your natural hair. Everything starts with you or starts from you. Before, I don't think I would walk out in an afro and feel cute and be like, oh my god, look at that 4C definition in the back. Look at how it's looking yummy and shit. No, I don't think I would do that because I never embraced my natural hair. Hence, I never took care of it and just went straight to the blower because I felt like it looked cuter when it was straight. So embrace your hair, your 4C hair, 4B, 4A, 3C, you name it. Sis, embrace it. It's your hair after all. And then number 5, for this one I'm a little bit guilty. Do not use sulfate shampoos. Sulfate shampoos strip your hair bone dry. Like any moisture that you put in, it legit strips it all away, and that's a bad thing. You need a moisturizing shampoo. So even if you're shampooing your hair, you're not completely stripping it, but you're helping it because there's some ingredient in that shampoo that contains moisture. But then for me, that's a low porosity type 4C, 4B hair type. It's a little bit hard for me to use a moisturizing shampoo because I really need to get that excess build up out. So that's why I use sulfate shampoos. But sulfate shampoos are not your friend and not your best friend, sis. Don't use them. Before you get a shampoo, do yourself and ask a favor. Read the ingredients so you know if there's any sulfate. Just put it down. Get something without a sulfate. And then my 6th one. This one is also something I learned the hard way. Don't just follow any YouTubers. I feel like for me, when I started out my hair journey and everything, I used to legit watch just anybody. I would sit, get my phone, watch someone that's talking about things that only apply to a 3C, 3A natural, and I go and try it and it doesn't come out, or the style or the protein thing or anything that they were doing, I do, and it doesn't come out the same. And I'm there seated and I'm like, what's wrong with my hair? My hair is so bad. It made me really hate my hair so much because I was trying to manipulate it and it wasn't looking like that YouTuber that's 3C or 3B. Not that it's not good to watch them, but then it's more profound to watch someone that's talking about things that you can relate to with your hair. For example, I'm a 4C natural, and the YouTubers that I follow are 4C, you know what I mean? So that I can learn from them and go through trial and error through things they've gone through, because at least we have the same hair type and we'll be on the same wavelength. My seventh and last step is sis. Sis, don't you ever comb out your hair when it's dry. Never. And that's when people with fussy hair say, oh, my hair is hard, whenever I comb it, it falls out, it comes out. Sis, no, never comb your hair when it's dry. Here's what MJ is gonna tell you. Get that spray bottle, get that water, get that conditioner, get that deep conditioner, put it into the spray bottle, or even just an oil with water. Mix that stuff up and use that to detangle your hair. Combing out your hair when it's dry is like just throwing out almost everything you've learned about length retention. Tell you what, when you unbraid your hair and get a comb, right, and comb out your hair, at that particular moment when your hair is dry, you've legit combed out almost half of what you retained, put it on the floor, go to the shower, shampoo your hair without pre-pooing, another half of your length retention out of your head. By the time you're blowing out your hair, you're seeing the same length you've been seeing, you going into cycles and loops, because one, you combed out your hair when it was dry, hence removing all the excess growth that you've gotten, just taking it to the floor. Two, instead of you pre-pooing, you don't pre-poo, you just go straight in with a harsh sulfate shampoo. All those little things that you're doing, killing your length retention. For the longest, I had been in a cycle of just being at collarbone length. I had never exceeded collarbone length, because these are things I used to do. Undo my hair, comb it out just like that. Next, shampoo it without even pre-pooing. On top of that, excess heat, and I'm just there sitting like, oh shit, I got long hair, when it was always maintaining the same length. It would just cut, grow back to the same length, cut, grow back to the same length. But then, luckily enough for me, I learned that that's not the way. So never comb your hair dry. Always use, even if it's just water alone, because when you comb your hair with water, it's actually more softer before it dries. It's more softer and it's more beneficial, because the hair loss that you incur when you use a spray bottle or water is minimal to the hair loss you're going to incur when you comb out your hair dry. It's actually painful for the scalp, if you ask me, because the way my hair is, I cannot get a comb and get it in. Nobody. But then, sorry, I said the seventh one was my last one. No, the eighth one is my last one. Never use afro combs. What else? And this is for my type 4 sisters. Afro combs, those really small combs that have, let me just get one. Sis, you cannot use something with small teeth like this. Your hair, you will lose so much hair because of the spacing. This cannot come through to your afro or your hair or anything like that. Get something with bigger teeth, I would recommend, because such also more breakage, more tangles and everything like that. Anyways, that's all for today. Don't forget, set realistic goals for you to acquire length retention, pre-poo, deep condition your hair, low manipulation, stop using sulfate shampoos, never comb out your hair dry, etc, etc. Love and peace to everyone that watched this video. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. And if you want to see what happens on my Instagram, it's Get Coily with MJ. Thank you for watching, everybody. Peace.